Since the launch of Beyond Light, when it came to the seasonal update, Bungie usually added something that evolved something that was already there. Come the season of basically Beyond Light, every season after the initial launch, we had a new stasis aspect that was available after a short quest. We had two more that were added until the final season, being Season of the Lost, which, granted, added a few pretty handy aspects to every class. Then when Witch Queen happened, it was the year of the 3.0s. We had Void 3.0 with the launch of Witch Queen, Solar 3.0 with the next season, and Earth 3.0 with the following season. And with, of course, the final season, as per usual, just kind of having nothing. It was the final season, we got some gear, and to that point, Sandbox was pretty much as fleshed out as it could be. Then this season with Lightfall, we gained Strand, which, as evidence already, they're keeping up a seasonal kind of release. We get Strand with the first season of Lightfall, and then we get another Strand aspect with the follow-up season. I wouldn't be surprised if we only get one more additional aspect for every class, this one being in the next season, but they added one thing on top of it that is kind of an extra. Now, when Lightfall came around and people noticed a lot of the wallpapers, we noticed a certain hand cannon that was there and very prominent, but didn't appear until recently. And that is this hand cannon, the Epochal integration. Now, it has a design that's basically Neomuna-esque, but not fully, also sort of raid gear, like from Root of Nightmares. If you didn't know, it actually has a set with a harmonic resonance. It pairs with anything else that has pretty much harmonic resonance on it. So, if you didn't know, it is technically, air quotes, a raid gun. Now, this hand cannon specifically, like I said, appears in a few promotional pieces across of Lightfall on many front page views and everything. But there's one detail that kind of eludes people that I think mostly nowadays. Now, if you actually go to the Bungie.net website, now it will ask you for an option to either go to the Destiny 2 half or the Marathon half. But the view for Destiny 2 seems pretty concept art / promotional art for Lightfall and Destiny 2. Now, when you see those Guardians, when you see the middle one, the Hunter appears to be holding that very same hand cannon. Which, I'm not gonna lie, it may look a little bit different than usual, but it does look pretty freaking similar. And on his back, it's kind of hard to see what's on it. It's hard to tell, obviously, because it's on his back. But if I had to guess, that does appear to be a kind of sword. One that did not come out with any sort of Lightfall sets. The weapons of Lightfall were few and far between, but one of them was not in sword. Then, on its right, we see a Warlock holding a pulse rifle that, model-wise, does look like Voltic Spiral, the pulse rifle we get from Neomuna, but the art design looks very, very, very similar to Epochal integration. Now, I know the Neomuna set definitely had a wavy look to it, but didn't exactly have that color scheme. So, sure, that one could be what became Voltic Spiral, but there's one more that kind of sets it apart from the rest if looking at the Titan on the left of all of them. Now, when you actually look at it, it appears initially in his hands that he's holding a machine gun. That's honestly what I thought. I looked to see what a cylindrical look, it appeared to be a drum. But after double checking my look to it, it does appear to be an auto rifle. Not to mention a Suros-looking auto rifle. It could have a drum as well, it could be an exotic for all we know that is concept art into centrifuges. But regardless, it does appear to be Neomuna in its basis, specifically the purple Root of Nightmare style, if you will. But then when you look at his back as well, he has a rocket launcher. And of course, same sort of style as Integration, the hand cannon. So this leads me to believe that either this is concept art that has guns that just never came to fruition, cut content, or chosen other paths for development for Neomuna gear sets. Either that, or each of these characters shown in the concept art is holding a weapon that could be released in the coming seasons. Now, given how much the hand cannon was on the visuals for Lightfall, and came out a season later, I wouldn't be surprised if the Titan's rocket launcher, that auto rifle, or anything else would come to, well, specifically that, or the sword that's possibly on the back of the Hunter, that note, I wouldn't be surprised if those honestly did come back in Neomuna, because those are 3 weapons that are not present in Neomuna. We didn't get the rocket launcher that didn't exist in the moon retooled. We didn't get an auto rifle from the Arclogic remodeled and all that. So, with that, I couldn't imagine why that if they did release a new weapon, a sort of pinnacle-style weapon, in conjecture with the other Strand aspects, whether or not we actually might get more Strand aspects, either that or we just get a few extra weapons every season. With that, my name is Matt Scorpion, and thank you for watching.